Did you hit the drill? I think you did. I think you're lying. Right on. Okay. So, multiple positions will make certain things harder than other positions, right? So, side bending. What happened to El Chapo? Okay, sorry. I'll start that again. So, some positions make certain movements much harder. Coronal movement or side bending movement of the vertebral column is harder in supine and prone because half the person is in contact with the table. I can try to use the pelvis in a relatively short lever sense or a mild long lever sense, and I can push on the pelvis, and you'll see his abdomen move. If I put my hand underneath the vertebral column, I can hook on the other side and I can kind of get relative side bending. I'm not going to reach over to the other side when I'm seated. There's just too much room for discomfort for all parties involved. I'm not going to do that. But then I can use the leg. So just to see what it could look like for side bending, my fingertips are under the vertebral column or under the SPs on the opposite side. So in a relative sense, depending on how I push, this is relative right side bending, right? If I push more so straight across and I pull, it's relative left side bending, right? So the vertebral column, I hook the other side of the spinous processes, mildly try to pull towards me, and I can mildly create some left side bending. So on the same side, I can kind of do both. Or I can be a little bit smarter, use slightly better leverage. My hand here can stay in the same place. As long as I am tall enough to reach this person's foot by repositioning myself, I can come out into mild abduction and I can compress, right? So this concept of bringing the lever, you okay? Slightly off of neutral or slightly off of its anatomical neutral, I can then apply that to other things, right? As opposed to trying to drag the pelvis around on the table, which is mildly undirected and unlikely to create side bending, but it will move their hips a lot. And it might drag their butt across the table, but it's probably not going to do what you want in total. So if I'm standing at the foot and utilizing the leg for leverage, the best I can really do, or the farthest I can go meaningfully, is the hip. Any farther than that, I got a problem. But if I'm sitting, I have my hand under the vertebral column and I use the leg, I can get that side bending. I can do that standing as well, right? It's just physically, I'm more hunched, right? You will definitely see people doing things like this, right? And if I do it rhythmically enough, it feels really cool. It looks awesome. It looks like I'm an artist and fantastic. However, it's no better than that. This is easier on me. I'm less hunched. There's less physical load on me. Okay, there we go.